Okay, man. Some rumors going around that Rolly and Rolando Rolly Romero Pacquiao, I think it was on World Boxing News, is being finalized. Also, Pacquiao starts his own promotional company. And also Lara and Janibek, some rumors that they could be fighting the 3-belt unification. I believe Janibek holds the WBO, the IBF. Lara holds the WBA. Let's speak on all of that. So, honestly, my fault. Honestly, how do I feel about it? We already knew Pacquiao and Rolly was next. I think we knew that was next when Barrios and Pacquiao didn't do a lot of numbers like they thought they were. And they continue to put Barrios, excuse me, in the position for Mexicans to get behind them, but they just don't. I don't know if it's a Mexican American thing, but they don't really get behind them like that. I mean, he been in there with Javante, he been in there with Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He was in there with Pacquiao, and they priced the tickets pretty high for that fight. He was saying that, and he was telling his own people, stay at the crib, watch it, don't waste your money, and come out here. And PBC still think it's never been a year to overpriced fights, other than when Floyd was fighting, but he wasn't a PBC fighter, right? But it's a shit show. They trying to get Pacquiao a world title that first and foremost Rolly didn't deserve to get. How's Rolly fighting Ryan for a real world title? And neither one of them truly competed at 147. I mean, this is why I agree with a lot of what Dana White is doing is bypassing or jumping right over the sanctioning belt bodies. It makes so much fucking sense. It makes so much sense. Why not jump over the sanctioning belt bodies? Because they don't do the right thing. In what same world do Rolly and Ryan Garcia fight for the welterweight title of the world? Regardless. And then they skip over the dude that was boots mandatory. So where's the justice at? Where's the system at? Where's the structure? There's no structure. It's just based on, in my opinion, allegedly cash transaction. No way Rolly should be a world title have a world title at 147. Let alone they should jump over old buddy who should be the world champion. That was supposed to be boots mandatory. No way they should jump over him and get him a title. This is why I agree with a lot of what Dana White say. Y'all can say, well, the fighters won't do this. I don't give a hell about the fighters. The fighters had too much control over their career, and look what they did. They had too much control. You let kids eat cereal, ice cream, McDonald's every day, and they fucked up. That's what happened in boxing. They messed up, so I don't care to see it. For what? Who cares? Who cares about Rolly and Pacquiao fighting for a belt that don't belong to neither one of them? If it was one belt, two belt, three belt, neither one of these dudes would be world champion. So anybody talking about going to see that fight and supporting that fight is a fucking joke. Only thing I feel good is that Rolly put Ryan Garcia dick in the dirt. So I'm not mad at him getting the opportunity. I did not know they had an air hose outside. This lady got a Bronco. I'm thinking about going to get a Bronco. That's low key. That's low key what I'm thinking about. But they got so many recalls on them motherfuckers, though, bro. So, that's the crazy thing about it. I really want a Forerunner. I had a really good deal on one. I'm just not ready to close on it yet. So we see what the deals is this month. But yeah, back. But the Broncos are nice. Yeah, I went for a little minute. They nice, but yeah, real spill. I want to see that shit, man. So then you got Manny Pacquiao becoming a promoter. I mean, my thing is this: why would you sign to Manny Pacquiao if you had any other choice? His business was fucked up. Like if he became a promoter and stayed in the Philippines or something, okay, cool, that makes sense. But why would I deal with a dude who career is fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Why would I deal with a dude who business always ain't been right? That's the God honest truth. Why would I, as an American, if I had options and I was a good fighter, why would I sign with Manny Pacquiao? What benefit do I get out of signing to Manny Pacquiao? Come on, what door can he open for me? What TV deal is he gonna get? He's gonna have to rub shoulders with Bob, join forces with Al. Like, no, if I didn't have any other option, then yeah. If I didn't have any other option, then yeah, why not? But yeah, man, his business ain't never been together. You know, Brad is taking advantage of him. Been taking advantage of him. So yeah, like why would I want to sign a Manny Pacquiao? What can he do for me that another promoter can't do for me? So you got to ask yourself that. So that's that's my thing about it. Like, fuck what I signed a Manny Pacquiao for. Can he even let me stop it? Let me even stop it, bro. Can he even count to 10? Yeah, get out of here. Like, nah, absolutely not. But then you got this rumor about Lara and Janibek. I mean, you know, Crawford got them moving. You know, it seemed like Janibek been down to shoot the fade with everybody. I mean, Lara, what you hanging around for if you ain't looking to unify? Why you taking these Thomas Milan, these Danny Garcia type of fights? What's the I don't get Lara. Why you ain't being more ambitious? The time is running. You know, you can continue to stamp yourself as one of the as the greatest premier boxing champion fighter of all time, which he is the greatest premier boxing champion fighter of all time, in my opinion. So why not unify? Try to be undisputed. You know, according to Bob and them, they gonna start working together to combat what Turkey doing. They ain't got enough money, bruh. They ain't got enough pieces to the puzzle. Why Lara and Janibek fighting is probably to get at Crawford. And if it ain't to get at Crawford, they fighting because at the end of the day, Carlos Adames probably about to close a deal to fight Terrence Crawford. You know? So either Adames probably about to close the deal with Crawford or they fighting with each and Adames and Crawford gonna fight and they hoping that Crawford fight the winner of Janibek and Lara. But you know, I ain't seen a lot of Janibek to be honest with you, but I know, you know, he been trying to get fights. You know, I know he fainted on the scales and shit, but seemed like he been making weight. But it's just a boring a division right now. Nobody care about the middleweight division. It's very boring. It's very pedestrian. There's no flavor. It's no pizzazz. It's an international division, which nobody cares about because nobody got no spice. Nobody got no flavor. Nobody got no seasoning in there. It's not. I don't fuck want to watch it. Now, Hazmat Shiraz and Adames was a good fight, and they should have ran it back, but Shiraz ran up to 68. Like I said, for Crawford, yeah, what move down, get a sixth division title, and get a chance to be four-time undisputed. I ain't knocking it, but at the end of the day, you 38 years old. You know, how long can you keep outrunning Father Time? That's my thing about it. But you know what? You know, a lot of motherfuckers want to be retired. Think about it. Michael Jordan, minus him coming back, the Bulls retired on top, not by their own choice. They retired on top based off of Jerry Krause wanting to break the team up. And the Bulls have never recovered. They never made it back to a championship. But that's why they went out on top. Rocky Marciano went out on top. But guess what? Before he died in the plane crash, he was about to come back. So in the sport, a lot of motherfuckers got to get retired. And I brought it up the other day. You know, Bernard Hopkins and rest in peace to brother Nazim Richardson. You know what he tell him? He said, "Bruh, you know what you hanging around for? You done did everything but get knocked out. And what the fuck happened? He did everything and then he got knocked out by Joe Smith Jr. You know, but then it's like them old heifers who still think they got it, who still dressing like they 20, 30 years old, still think they fucking got it. So these fighters, they want to get as much money as possible, as much of the gusto as they can, as much as the legacy as they can. And I can't knock it, you know. But like Roy Jones chasing that legacy, he tarnished the legacy. He tarnished his name. But you just can't, at the end of the day, some people just don't know where to draw the line. And it's hard for an athlete to draw the line because how do you transition out the sport? That's why I felt like Floyd can come back. Pacquiao, they don't have nothing, no other passion. When you give your life to something like that, what do you change off to? What do you find to really challenge you? For sitting at home and traveling, I mean, what that's gonna do? You know, what's the next challenge? Is it raising your kids? Is it carpentry? Is it training? You know, is it trying to dominate in the business side of the world? Let's think about it. I think the best thing for a lot of them to do is raise their kids. Is be a day to day parent. But then it's a lot of time in between that day to day. So I understand that. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the link tree. Find me everywhere from Patreon, X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.